Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Ruslan G YouTube channel. Thank you all for being here, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite companies, which you probably know from the title is Smile Direct Club. And if you haven't heard of this company, they do Invisalign aligners, which is similar to another company called Byte. If you haven't heard of them, BYTE, and Invisalign, which is what a lot of us go to for our teeth aligning needs. So hopefully you enjoyed this one, and without further ado, let's dive right into why I think Smile Direct Club is a buy or why it might do really well in the future. Welcome back, long time no see. So let's talk about Smile Direct Club, and we're gonna get into my opinion a little bit later down the road, but first I wanted to give you guys the facts about the company and the general size of the company, and so that way you guys can be familiar with the company and the entirety of the business. This is not investment advice. I'm just a YouTuber that really enjoys finance. I have been an investor for about 10 years now, so since I was really little. Actually, the very first time I got into investing was thanks to my mom, because she's the one that actually helped me open up a brokerage account, because I was so fascinated by putting money into the market and being able to pull more money out. And of course, the first 1-2 years, I didn't do so well because I was really young and naive. But now that I've been investing for almost 10 years, I have a good grasp on what is going to do really well and what's probably not. And without further ado, let's get into Smile Direct Club and exactly how big of an opportunity it truly is. So first and foremost, the best way to gauge a company and how they're going to do over the long term is to look at the leader in the space. And the leader in the Invisalign space is actually Invisalign. And what they've been doing over the last few years is just growing. And they've been doing that through the orthodontist method, which is basically they go to dentists and orthodontists, they ask them to put their product into these doctors' offices, and they pay them a cut based off of how many aligners they sell. So when you go to your dentist and say, hey, my teeth are looking crooked, I want to get them all patched up. Is there any way we can put maybe some braces on? They'll typically give you the braces option, and usually, it's like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. Depending on how bad your teeth are. And then also they'll give you the Invisalign option, which most people go for the Invisalign, even though it's a little bit more expensive, which again can run about the same, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $8,000, depending on how bad your teeth are and how long your treatment's going to be. So Invisalign, they make a lot of money by going to the doctors and dentists. They give them their product to push onto their customers, and their customers have this need already to want to get their teeth fixed. So it's a win-win-win, right? Here's where Smile Direct Club is a little bit different. Smile Direct Club is only now getting into orthodontists and dentist offices, just like Invisalign has been doing for years. The difference is they're a younger company, so they haven't really had the opportunity to try out this business model. But the other very important highlight is that Smile Direct Club is more of a business to consumer business. What they do differently is they actually end up sending out Invisalign aligners, right? Or Smile Direct Club aligners to their customers. So you don't actually need to go in and get a doctor recommendation. Now, they do have doctors on site, so I don't want to misconstrue that, hey, your teeth are going to look messed up, because I actually am a Smile Direct Club customer and I love my teeth. Smile Direct Club is a very interesting business because they've actually done direct to consumer first, and now they're moving into the traditional way of doing business, which is through the doctor's offices, which a lot of orthodontists are actually choosing Smile Direct Club because there's more margin and more money to be made versus Invisalign, where Invisalign takes a lot of the money that's made on those Invisalign aligners. So Smile Direct Club has an interesting position against their competition. Let's talk about their market cap. Invisalign is sitting at $25 billion in market cap. So they're a pretty big company, right? On the other hand, Smile Direct Club is sitting at a measly $1.25 billion. So if Smile Direct Club was to execute really well over the next 5-10 years, and they were able to catch up to Invisalign current market cap of $25 billion, and Smile Direct Club sits at $11 per share currently as I'm making this video, it could be different than when you're watching in the future. But if it were to get to that same valuation, Smile Direct Club would be sitting at over $200 per share.
No way.
Versus their $11 per share current price. So if you think about it, that's a huge way to go up. So there's a lot more upside than on the Invisalign end, and we're just getting started. So let's talk about a few of the reasons why I really like Smile Direct Club, besides the ones I've already covered. And one of these things is they have a great management team, and they just recently cut their marketing down by 90%. So overall, they've been operating on word of mouth for about a quarter, maybe a quarter and a half now. So some might see that as a bad thing because, hey, they have to cut their marketing, they're losing money. No. they've cut their marketing strategically because they are already the leader in Google Trends search results. I've looked at the analytics recently and I saw that out of 50 states, they are leading by a landslide in search results in 47 of those states. So if you think about it, they are gaining so much traction versus their competition. They are the leader in Invisalign technology currently. And the reason why they're being searched so much is not just because of word of mouth, but because their aligners are much cheaper. And let me tell you how much I paid for my Invisalign aligners versus what the doctor told me it's gonna cost for the same product through the dentistry. So I went to my dentist. He said that there are no companies that will be able to fix my teeth because they were in such bad condition. And now if you look at them, they look great. And thanks to Smile Direct Club, because they were able to offer me a much cheaper and better option than what the doctor offered me. So the last but not least reason why I think Smile Direct Club is killing it right now is because they just launched a product. I believe it's called Smile Direct Club Aligners for teens or for kids. And essentially what this is it's a lot different than normal aligners. And the biggest reason why it's different is because they were able to partner with a company that does those Bluetooth trackers called Tiles. And what they were able to do is they were able to put these blue chip location monitors onto the aligners themselves. And now if you ever lost your aligners, you could actually pull out your phone, click a little button, and it will tell you exactly where your aligners are. Now, I'm not exactly 100% sure how it's gonna work, whether it's gonna make a sound, or maybe it's just gonna show on your phone exactly where the aligners are, and if there's some kind of proximity distance that it can only travel before you lose signal. I don't know any of those things. That will have to come at a later date. They just announced this product, but with this announcement, they are the first ones to that space in a very creative way, and I think that's gonna set them apart. And if they can do this at the same affordable price that they're able to do normal liners at, maybe within like 20, 30, 40 bucks difference, that is going to be huge because they're still going to be a whole lot cheaper than the Invisalign aligners, and they're already being searched more on Google than any other liner company in the nation. So if you've thought about Smile Direct Club as your liner choice, I highly recommend it. And if you're thinking about buying their stock, why not? Because they have a lot of room to grow and they have so much potential in the near future that I don't see a downside to this. Now, of course, if they go bankrupt, that would be terrible, but they're actually getting more and more profitable. And even during the pandemic, they have been able to increase their revenue slightly. And it'll be interesting to see next quarter because the pandemic is starting to slow down. And at the same time, school is coming back into session and they just lowered their marketing costs to 90% less than what they were spending before. So it will be interesting to see if they will have a profitable quarter this time around. And if they do, that will be great news for every investor that's in it now and in it for the long term. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, smash that like button. That really helps us out. And if this is your first time to the channel and you watch this all the way through, go and subscribe because that way you never miss a video. And if you really want to stay ahead, hit that notification bell and click all because that will notify you every single time I post, which is every single day. So I wish you guys all the best. Thank you so much for tuning in and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace out.